You could not live with your own failure. Where did that bring you? Back to me.
Hey, how's it going everyone? This is DCSG81 and today I'm very thrilled to be doing a review for this Marvel Legends The Infinity Saga versions for the Mark 85 as well as Thanos from the Avengers Endgame. Okay, so this is the box design that I guess all of us are very familiar with. It's the same as the Obadiah Stans and Ironmonger set. So yep, it's the big windows which I always like. You can see what you are getting. You can even check out the heads whether there's any wrong painting. Yeah, the heads of Thanos here. Wow, this is a very great set because you can really get about 7 of the heads. Yeah, how often do you get 7 interchangeable heads from a Marvel Legends? Yep, this is very nice. And yep, I like the overall black. This fits the Infinity Saga feelings of it. Yeah, very nice. And from the side we can see this very nice hologram of it. The very same goes for this other side, whereby they change a few characters here and there. And at the back of the box, of course, there is some history of the Iron Man Mark 85 as well as Thanos. So if you are interested to read, you can actually pause the screen right now and let's get them out of the box. Okay, so this is the Tony Stark as the Iron Man Mark 85 right out of the box, and the moment that I took him out from the box, wow, I just couldn't stop admiring the beauty of the face. But let's just take a look at the armor first, and from here we can see the armor looks rather dark. I mean, the entire paint of it looks kind of darkish. Maybe it's because of the battle damage, but it does looks good. I kind of like the more darkened gold here. It makes it looks very realistic, yeah, as compared to the previous Mark 85 that I've gotten. And I kind of believe that they actually painted all the lining as a like some kind of dark gray or black, as you can see, as compared to the previous one is rather something like a silver if I'm not wrong. Yeah, so this is a new look, and you can see the details are pretty amazing all over the armor. Wow. And I just kind of realized that they actually put the finger snapping pose for the nano gauntlet on the figure already. Yep, looks pretty good there, but we'll take a look later. And at the back is rather similar as the previous one if I'm not wrong, and this looks very good with the just like the dark linings all over. It just makes it looks very nice. Yep, the fits here. Yep, so all over I think this is a rather good look. And now we'll look at his Tony Stark face. Wow, this is good looking Tony. I mean, don't compare with these custom head like from the Maniple or Nota Studio. This is the stock head for Marvel Legends, which have come a long way and they get rather good. And I'm dare to say is that it looks even better than the SH Figuarts ones. Yeah, at least this one looks pretty good. My goodness, this is rather good head. And I do see the Robert Downey Jr. likeness over there. Wow, this is a really good head indeed. And right up next we have Thanos right out of the box. Let's take a closer look. And from here, wow, you can really see, whew, this is one of the reasons that I wanted this set so badly, is the head sculpt when he start dispersing into the thin air. Yeah, it looks very good, but I will take a look at that later. And as for the armor, we can see two things. Yep, we can see some battle damage right over there. You can see the crumpiness, the dentness of the armor. Yeah, the scratches all over. This is the battle damage, but we also see the black grayish area here. This is not battle damage. This is when he start to disappear into the thin air. I believe is the same thing as this part here, although he looks like he's been covered with cement. very nicely done, and yeah, it's rather clean at the torso, but at the same time it just looks pretty amazing. You can see all the details right over here, and the moment when I took him out from the box, it just feels like I'm taking out a Thanos from the SH figuarts. Yeah, I'm not kidding. Yeah, it just feels like it, because this guy does have some weight there, and the look of it is not that bad. I mean, it certainly can be, you know, on the same level as the SH figuarts version, I believe. And we can see some better damage on the skirt area as well, and the legs looks pretty good, and the details, I just love the gold that they use for this Thanos. It looks very nice. Wow, this is good, and you can see that when the lights start reflected off it, it looks like a real gold. My goodness, this is really good looking ones, and these are actually soft, like something like a soft rubber, so it doesn't hinder with the articulation. The same goes for this side and at his butt area as well. And let's take a look at the back. Yeah, you can see more better damage over here. There are scratches all over. Yeah, it's rather good. Even on the belt, yeah, you can see all sort of better damage. Yeah, even on his gauntlet, yeah, it's all damaged, which is very nice. They actually take consideration into this. And even the nano gauntlets that he's having, you can see it's all crumpled, and Tony Stark decided to sleep for a while. Yeah, so you can see it's all being crumpled. And one thing I do notice now is that the Infinity Stone is missing. Yeah, this is the moment that Tony have already sneaked up the stones from him. So yep, it's very good. And this hand is actually on the finger snapping pose that you can see. Wow, okay. And let's take a look at his face now. There's certainly Thanos over there. Whew, the likeness is uncanny. Yeah, you can even see the eyeballs there. Yeah, as we know, the SH figures one does kind of hard to see the eyeballs, but this one is very clear. Yeah, very nice there. Okay, and this one is very nice touch. I just love that they actually thought of that by giving us this head that not any companies have given us before. This is great. And right up next, we'll move on to some articulation. We'll start with Mr. Tony Stark himself. So he can look to the right, look to the left, no issues there. Looking up, yes, he can look up very nicely. Looking down, yep, not too bad. Tilt his head, yes, no problem. Turning 360 degrees on his arm, no issues there. And I can even feel there's some ratchet here, even though there's no sound. And his hand can go up to about 90 degrees. And arm shrivels, a double joint elbow. His hand can move up and down and turn around. There's only one point of articulations here, so you can bend forward just a little bit. Bending backwards, yep, not too bad. You can do some decent Iron Man flying pose if you want to with the helmets on. You can turn side by side. As for his leg, let's see how well you can do a split. Yep, pretty much this. Kicking forwards, yeah, slightly less than 90 degrees. Kicking backwards, not going to happen. There's a tight shrivels, a double joint knee, and his foot can move side to side, down and up, and there's no toe hinge or whatsoever. And as for Thanos himself, I can already see that the head will be having some problem because of the restrictions on his armor around his neck. So let's see how well he can turn to the right. Yes, just like this. Turning to the left. Yep, just like this. Looking up, yep, not too bad. Looking down, yes, not too bad as well. His arm can go just slightly here. Yeah, can't go 360 degrees because of his armor over here on his shoulder. There isn't any bicep swivel. His arm can go up just a little bit. Yeah, again because of the shoulder armor. A single joint elbow. His hand can move down and move up, turning side to side. Similar to the Iron Man, there's only one point of articulations here. So you can do an ab crunch. Yep, pretty good. Bending backwards. Yes, even better. Can't turn side to side. For his leg, you can see there's a tight swivels. Kicking forwards up. Not too much. It will start to come out about slightly less than 90 degrees. Kicking backwards. Yep, not too much as well. The legs will come off. So it's not really going to happen, just like this. A double joint, knee. Yep, not too bad. And let's see if Thanos can do a split. Yes, it's just like this, the same as the Iron Man. And his leg can move down and move up, side to side, just a little. And there isn't any toe hinge. So the articulations for these both figures, I would say that it's pretty okay, just like the Marvel Legends level, so it's all good, except for that I don't understand why they don't give a bicep shrivels for this Thanos. So right up next, we'll move on to the accessory that both of these figures comes with. I'll start with the Iron Man Tony Stark himself. So he comes with a right hand of the finger snapping pose that we can see just now, together with the Infinity Stone, which looks pretty good. And he also comes with a pair of grabbing hands for holding on to the Nano Swords that I will show you later. He also comes with a pair of closed fist hands, a pair of relaxed hands which also can be used as the blasting hands, the very standard blasting effects for Iron Man, the Nano Swords which looks pretty good. I kinda like the blue translucent part here, but at the same time it just looks very flimsy. The Nano Shield, which I think is rather small. I think they just I think this is only like half the size of it should be. Yeah, it's really small and tiny, and it looks cute as well. But I do like the translucent blue plastic that they use. And he also comes with a clean looking face for this Tony, and it does looks good. My goodness, just remember this is for the Marvel Legends, and I think they have come a long way for this improvement. And this is the comparisons for both the head, although it looks rather similar. I think it's the same head, just added some bruises and bloods on it, but it does looks good. And the other best thing is it just comes with its own neck that you can just plug into the figure with no problem there. And last but not least, it does comes with the Iron Man closed helmet head, and I just like the the dark gold there. Yeah, it just looks very good. Wow, this is nice. And as for Thanos, he just comes with a finger snapping pose for the gauntlet on his right hand, and same as the Iron Man, he just comes with the left hand for grabbing the sword of Thanos, which I will show you guys later. And he just comes with an interchangeable right hand for the Nano Gauntlet with a closed fist hand, and this time it does have the Infinity Stone on it. Yep, that's pretty good thoughts there. And this is the sword of Thanos. Just look at the details there. Wow, this is rather good. And at the same time, just like the Nano Shield, I do think that this is way too small for this big guy here. This Thanos does comes with a non-expressionless head, which looks pretty good again. Wow, I do see Josh Brolin over there. And he just comes with this head with the wicked smile. Wow, this is looking good as well. And mine does have something like a scratch here, like a paint scratch. Yep, not too good. And last but not least, he just comes with the head with his armor here, which looks very good. I just like the gold here. It just looks very premium when the light is just reflected off it. But this time, I don't really see Josh Brolin there. It doesn't really look like him, but I just feel the fury of him. Yep, so this is indeed another good looking head for the angry look. So you can see that this set just comes with quite a number of accessories with 7 interchangeable heads. Wow, this is great. And next I would like to show you how to interchange some of the accessory onto the figure. I'll start with the head. So very easily you just need to remove the head by pulling it off. Yikes. Yep, together with the neck. And from here you just need to push it back in. Yep, very easily. Okay. Wow, this is a good looking head, like I say. Yep, just looks very nice. And you can also interchange with this full armor Iron Man. Wow, it just looks like the eyes and the arc reactor is glowing in this pose. This is a rather good head. Yep. And to interchange the hand, you just need to pull it out just like the head and just snap it in with whichever hands you want to. And for the blast effect, you just need to push it in very easily, so you can have a very nice blast effects here. As for the Nano Sword, you just need to push into his hand to hold on to the handle. Yep, so this is how he looks like. And as for his Nano Shield, it does have a clamp at the back of it, so I believe you just need to clamp it to his forearm, just like this. Yep, that will actually looks like he's having the shield on. And to interchange the Thanos head, you just need to pull it up the chin, just like this. Yep, you pop it off. Wow, this looks very good with this gold joint. I didn't expect them to use this color. Wow, it just looks like a very premium kind of gold ball pack joint here. So let's take a look at the serious looking face. Yes, wow, this does looks good, just like Thanos himself. Whew, this is a good hit. And there you have the smiling one. Wow. And lastly is the angry pissed off look of Thanos. Wow, do you feel his anger? To interchange the hand, you just need to pull it off, just like the Iron Man. You can just snap it back in. Yep, this looks pretty good here. Yeah, now I have the Infinity Stone. And to hold on to his blade of Thanos, you do have to use a little force here to force his finger open. Yeah, so that you have some space for you to slot in the handle. Yeah, sorry about that. I do have a little problem because of my weakened hand. Let's try it again.
1 week later.
So my apologies there, because of my injured left arm, I do have a problem to put it in, but I believe you should have no problem with that. You can see it is rather small for him. This looks kind of cute in a way. Okay, so for the size comparison, I will start off with some SH Figuarts. I have the Iron Man Mark 85, the Final Battle Editions right over here, as well as the SH Figuarts, the full armored Thanos. Still on the SH Figuarts, the next one we have is the Captain America, the Final Battle Editions, as well as the Infinity War Hulk. Next, I'll move on to some Mayfax. I have the Peter B. Parker right over here, as well as the Infinity War Thor. And still on Mayfax, I have the Infinity War Iron Spider, which is rather small, as well as Carnage. And next we'll move on to some Marvel Legends. I'll compare him with the previous Mark 85 which I have gotten. Yes, and since I don't have any Marvel Legends Thanos, I will compare him with this bootleg versions of Thanos, which is like a replica of for the SH Figuarts. Yep, this has been repainted by Takara Tony. Yep, so he looks rather better damaged over there. And still on the Marvel Legends, I would like to compare them with the latest Infinity Saga Fat Thor, as well as this huge guy, the Ironmonger. And next I would like to move on to some Mezco. I have the Thor Ragnarok over here, as well as this McFarlane DC Multiverse Devastator. And lastly, I would like to compare with this Comic Cave Iron Man Mark 42 together with this Storm Collectible Street Fighter Zangief, which is a rather big guy. Okay, so my final verdict for this set is going to be a 9.5 out of 10. So let's start off with what I like most about this figure. For the overall look, I do think that the Mark 85 looks great with the new paint. As for the Thanos, I kind of like the better damage details on it. It does looks very good with the gold paint as well. As for the accessory, it does comes with quite a number of great accessory, especially comes with 7 pieces of heads, and each of the head does looks very good. But as for the articulation, I do think that it's pretty standard, nothing new, nothing spectacular, but it's still okay. And there are some nitpicks that I would like to point out, which is I do hope that the Mark 85 is slightly better damage since they already given us the better damage head. And the Nano Shield, like I mentioned just now, is way too small for him. And as for Thanos, yes, again, I think that the blade of Thanos is a little bit small for him. It just makes him looks very cute with these small swords. But in the end, I do recommend this set because I do think that it's very worth of the money with the amounts of accessory that is given and the amount of details that these figures have. So if you are still in doubt whether you should pick up this set, my answer to you is yes, this set is going to worth every penny that you paid for. So now I would love to hear from you. What do you think about this Marvel Legends set? Do drop me your thoughts down in the comment sections below. So hit the thumbs up button if you like this review, share it with your friends if you want to, and consider subscribing to my channel. I have new video out almost every day, and I'll catch you again in my next video. As always, stay safe, take care, and thank you for watching.